Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are once again watching Astroteric TV. I'll be your one and only host, the Astro Guru, and it wouldn't be Astroteric TV without the gra. Here we are, January 24th. Once again, happy birthday, Auntie, and happy birthday to another special person. Now, because y'all know I did that last video, but we just wanted to make sure we did it again on the 24th. You know, we like to give all our effort. We make sure we get our point across. So you can't say you didn't hear it, can't say I didn't say it, none of that. Just, it's documented. But anyway, today's topic of discussion: why I live a minimalist lifestyle. That I feel like needed to be explained because a minimalist lifestyle, especially in today's world, is kind of ideal, it seems to me anyway. You know, just making sense out of what I receive through my eyes. But we know that when we do anything in any one realm, it takes place in all realms. So I started by becoming a minimalist spiritually. Spiritually, you know, by meditating, reducing my levels of anger, anxiety, things like that. And as I got rid of a lot of, as I not got rid of, as I ingratiated my dark side with my light side, I started to be able to, you know, highlight more positives than negatives. So, you know, that helped me emotionally, that helped me mentally, physically, even financially. But by minimizing the things I had to prioritize, because let's just say, for example, if you're a God and there's 8 billion people on the earth, 8 billion people's prayers need to be answered and they need to be protected and guarded and things like that. So that's a hard job to just put on one person, which on a smaller scale is how some people that we know end up snapping or they crack. Because, you know, you might be the richest person in your family. You can't get love out of your family because everybody in your family want to ask you for money, but they're not understanding that what you want is for them to call you and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? You know, I miss you. But every time they call, it's just like, hey, you got $20? So it's not panning out. But by living a minimalist lifestyle, I can show you how to overcome that and or accept a certain level of what is happening. So now, whenever you've got too many things going on, okay, we're going to call them responsibilities. So if you got 4 cars, that's 4 car notes, 4 insurances that need to be paid. If you got 2 houses, that's 2 mortgages that need to be paid. It's 2 water bills. That's 2 electric bills. That's 2 gas bills. You understand? Now, it's okay as long as you can, you know, be responsible for these things. But what it also is doing is it's cluttering your life. Because you have these responsibilities, there are other things that you probably are responsible for that you're not being responsible for. Or there's just simply a better way that you could, you know, use your money. Or if you're renting a house out, things like that, you know, you do real estate and, you know, or, you know, you sell houses, these things, that's cool. But you want progression, you want movement, you want traffic. So if I've got 5 houses, I'm definitely going to be renting out 4 houses because now I get to set, you know, a price that's not too steep so I can help another family, you know, maybe progress forward in life. Maybe, you know, I rent a house out to a family that got a son that want to be a YouTube star and I see myself in him and he just so far surpasses me, but he knows I'm his landlord, and he knows that I've got a page, and he helps me out in some way, like things like that. So you never want to have so many responsibilities that you can't take on a new responsibility without adding stress. You want to have a certain level of freedom on your plate so you can place another side, perhaps. Maybe you don't want the mac and cheese. Maybe you want the rice. It's okay. So now, we also know that hoarding is a mental disorder, okay? Anybody that you see can't get rid of things, not only, we've talked about this before, but not only is hoarding mental clutter and a mental disorder, but it's also a sign that you can't let go of the past. So, if I got 100 pairs of Jordans, there's probably Jordans in there that I could sell, give away, things like that. But because of my emotional attachment to them, because of the sentimental value of them, I'm going to hold on to them extremely tight. Oh, I remember when I couldn't even afford Jordans. Wait, no, I'm not giving none of these away. Bro, what? I got all of the 10s. I got all the 5s. I got all the 4s. Like, it's cool. I understand. Now, but by making these grandiose gestures of, the cars, the clothes, and these frivolous items, we're still leaving a void of not being content mostly with ourselves. So that's why the items are there, to make other people content with who we are, because we aren't. So if you want to see if somebody's really, really for you and with you, remove all of that. Remove the cars, the clothes, the money, and see if they'll still be the same person to you. See if they'll still be genuine, loving, and positive when they come around. Or will they turn into somebody that's, oh, he fell off. He don't got this, that, and the third no more. Because that's what you wanted. You might still have it. You're just no longer presenting it. Okay? When you walk into the party now, you don't have to have $30,000 in your pocket. You can have a black card with $100,000 on your pocket. But guess what? Because they don't see your pockets on cheesecake, then small-minded people will get, small-minded ideas and results. They'll come up with small ways of thinking. That's just how that works. But, and as well as living a minimalist lifestyle, say, you can only wear one pair of shoes at a time. So, if it's winter, I might have a pair of sneakers, I might have a pair of boots. If it's summer, I might have a pair of sandals and I might have a pair of sneakers. If it's fall, I might have a pair of boots, I might have a pair of sneakers. I might have 2 pairs of sneakers. If it's spring, I might have 3 pairs of sneakers, 4 pairs of sneakers. I don't need 100 pairs of sneakers. Because once again, as time goes, and I wear these shoes or whatnot, you can clean them up, put them away, buy another pair of shoes, but you might just keep your actual, in your house, in your room. You might just keep 4 pairs of shoes and a pair of slides, just, because you don't need too much. Once we obtain these things, we have to find places to put them, which is how you become a hoarder. But they're actually taking up space, and things that take up space have to be moved around. Something has to be done with them. I know people with 2-3 closets full of clothes that they'll never be able to fit again. Not that they can't fit them again. 1, they're not going to do what it takes to fit those clothes again. 2, it's just the nostalgia of looking back at the item and the memory and the feeling that the item gives you. See, men are more logical, so we don't have to have the item to recollect the memory. You understand? To recall the memory. We can just sit back and daydream, and it'll hit us, and it's just man, I remember I scored 40 points in a game, bro. That day was different. Women are more emotional, so the attachment comes from sometimes the item. If you ever notice, as a guy, That's why they take your shirts, your hoodies, things like that. Because they can like touch that item and get their nostalgia through, yeah, he used to look so cute in this hoodie, like, you know, stuff like that. Oh, he used to smell so good in this hoodie. I love smelling this hoodie on him. It still smells like him. It really probably doesn't smell like you anymore. It's just she remembers what you smell like. So her brain is triggered to the thought of you and attaching the smell of you with the pheromones. And like, yeah, attaching your pheromone smell to her brain when she thinks about you. It's like, you ever smell cookies and you know there's no cookies baking? Like, things like this happen. But now, like I said, why being a minimalist is beneficial though? Because once again, being a minimalist leaves room on your plate for another side, for something else to come in. If I've got 5 girlfriends that I'm just rotating, then guess what? When my actual person, my soulmate, my twin flame, my wife, whatever you like to call it, when the universe sends me that, I might not be able to see who she is because I'm entertaining these 5 over here and I've got to keep this going. So I can't really pay attention to the fact that if I would just get my act together and deal with this one person that was actually sent to be beneficial to me, I won't have to keep fighting with these 5. You understand? I could trade those 5 in for one. You understand? I'd rather have one car that could drive 100 miles than have 5 cars that could drive 10. Because guess what? I'm only going to get 50 miles. You understand? But some people don't think that way. Some people think with their eyes. They see what they see and they believe lies. So that's why real eyes realize real lies. Because some people look and I can't tell that nothing you have is yours. I just see what you have and I'm attracted to it. So by the time the veil is lifted, I realize you're not the person that I thought you were. And I've been getting lied to the whole time. But where most people don't, they stop right there. What most people don't think is, hop over that little fence. You lied to yourself. That person didn't lie to you. You lied to yourself. You believed what you saw with your eyes. You didn't see with your mind's eye. You didn't think critically, how I ask people to do all the time. Just because this person has $1 million in their pocket, how do you know he doesn't have $10 million in debt? Which means he's negative $9 million. All you saw was the $1 million in his pocket. But if you think critically, you will not only think about the way things are, you would think about the way things can be. You understand? But I subscribe to being a minimalist. So I don't try to overuse anything. Being a minimalist protects me from being greedy, protects me from being extremely lustful, because as a human being, we'll all have, these thoughts and things. But I won't have 10 girlfriends and things like that. I don't like spreading my energy around. I like to dedicate myself to one person if possible. Even in the talking stage, if I'm talking to you, then it's because I'm interested in you and I want to see how far this can go. I don't really like talking to 5 and 6 people at a time because I have so much other things I need to focus on besides a person. But we've talked about this. We got the video on multiple partners now. But yeah, living as a minimalist. It's relatively easy. Your bills are lower. You spend less money. You save more money. If you don't need it, you don't really buy it. Like, if you don't need it, what are we doing? I don't drink liquor, so I don't buy liquor. That's simple. If we're being festive, maybe I'll chip in with the group just to show that I'm, being a participant. But I don't have to actually participate because they'll always accept your money. They'll always accept your money. Just know that. No matter where you go, they'll always accept your money. They love that stuff. So I use money for research. That's what I use money for. If I paid you for something, I just want to see what you was going to do. I just want to see if you were actually going to do what I paid you for. Why would you even do that? I'm not demoralizing myself for cash currency. No, I'm not doing that. We attract the money. We don't chase it. You can only chase something you haven't caught. That's why I don't chase money. We've been caught that. We've been caught money. It wasn't all it was cracked up to be. So we chase different things now, and money just started chasing us. It's beautiful. Minimalist lifestyle. But if you can find a way to minimize the responsibilities in your life, just to scale them down a bit. Of course, you are your own responsibility. Your children, if you have any, your parents may be a responsibility. But after you've calculated the things that you're responsible for and what you're willing to do and sacrifice for those things, then anything that's not in alignment with that needs to fall to the wayside. Pretty much that's that. That needs to fall to the wayside. So, if you want to be a firefighter, stop hanging with the police. Like, you understand? Because otherwise, you'll be catching criminals. You want to be a firefighter, hang with the firefighters. But I just want to make sure I brought y'all some more knowledge. Another episode down. I got some business to attend to. Once again, it's raining outside, so you know how I feel about that. It's going to be a beautiful day, just as it was yesterday. Y'all take it easy. Stay safe. Be blessed. Keep God first. Till next time.